Hi, I'm Jennifer Scully. I'm a PhD student in UCLA. I'm in my second year, and at the moment I'm working on the NASA mission called Dawn. This mission is the first mission that will go and orbit two separate bodies in the solar system. At the moment we're at an asteroid called Vesta, which is in the asteroid belt, which is like 2.5 times further from the Sun than the Earth is. We're going to stay there for about another 6 months, and then we continue on to another asteroid called Ceres. We're lucky with these two asteroids because they're kind of like fossils of the early solar system. They formed around the same time as like the early Earth, so within the first few million years of the solar system. But the Earth and many of the other bodies in the solar system has been very modified since then. But these two asteroids we think haven't changed too much. So it's kind of being like able to go back into the beginning of the solar system and figure out how it started. This is an image comparing Vesta, which is the asteroid here, to a lot of the other asteroids that have been visited by spacecraft. And one of the best known of these asteroids would be Itokawa. So this is actually just a tiny dot down here. So you can see that Vesta is a much bigger body, a much bigger asteroid than we usually visit. And in fact we've found boulders on Vesta which are about the size of Itokawa. So a lot of us think that Vesta, because of its size and because of the geological complexity that we find on it, is kind of more like a little mini planet than actually an asteroid. So I'm mainly involved in looking at the geology on Vesta, and we divided the asteroid into 15 separate quadrangles, so 15 separate areas basically, and then one person is in charge of mapping each of these areas. And this one here is my area, so it's in the northern hemisphere, and you can see up here on the top we don't see a lot of features here yet. This is all in shadow because it's kind of like winter time at Vesta at the moment, so the top part of the northern hemisphere is just in shadow. But I've been able to map a lot of the other part of my area in the northern hemisphere. So the areas covered in purple, these are ejecta. So it's like debris just from craters that have been ejected from craters. And then there's different types of craters marked in yellow. And then there's ridges and troughs, which are outlined by the green lines. So they run in this direction all across the quadrangle. And then the blue are some other structures, which are oriented perpendicular to the troughs and sometimes parallel to them. We want to try and find out about the beginning of the solar system and the evolution of the early solar system by visiting these two asteroids which formed within the first few million years of the solar system and probably haven't changed a lot since then, unlike the Earth, which is modified by the water on the Earth and the atmosphere and things like that.